The world at large is worried about future prospects of world peace. The pace at which peace is fast disappearing from the world has caused every sane and sensible person to worry. Today, man is riddled with problems that promise a very ominous future for mankind as a whole, and the direction in which things are moving may cause troubles to mankind and may destroy world peace. One of the distinctive characteristics of the times we live in is the overwhelming presence of violence and aggressiveness in our societies. Sometimes bombs are blasted in markets, sometimes in schools, sometimes hotels are attacked, and sometimes people are under attacks during their prayer time. The hijackings of aircrafts where people are held at ransom to achieve personal and political end are also among the sad aspects of the recent human history. Killing in the name of religion or with the slogan of securing peace is also a darkness of the contemporary world. We live in an age where the manipulation and loss of innocent lives has become commonplace, and terrorism is being considered as a prime threat to the world. And very unfortunately, some blame religion for this bloodshed. But, in reality, religion preaches peace and brotherhood. In our last peace conference in February 2010, late Professor Guido De Marco, President Emeritus of Malta, described religion saying, "Religion is a great weapon for peace."
It is my fear that in view of the direction in which things are moving, today the political and economic dynamics of the countries of the world may lead to a world war. Therefore, it is the duty of the superpowers to sit down and find a solution to save humanity from the brink of disaster.
The fourth caliph of the Ahmadiyya Muslim community says, "As a man of religion and head of a spiritual community of followers who have faced a century of persecution, terror and cruelty, I most strongly condemn all acts and forms of terrorism, because it is my deeply rooted belief that not only Islam but also no true religion, whatever its name, can sanction violence and the bloodshed of innocent men, women and children in the name of God. God is love. God is peace. Love can never beget hatred, and peace can never lead to war. Come together, talk together. Let our minds be in harmony. Common be our prayer. Common be our end. Common be our purpose. Common be our deliberations. Common be our desire. United be our desires. United be our hearts. United be our intentions. Perfect be our union among us." Deceit is in the heart of them that imagine evil, but to the counselors of peace is joy. There shall no evil happen to the just, but the wicked shall be filled with mischief. Lying lips are abomination to the Lord, but they that deal truly are his delight. Blessed are they which do hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled. Blessed are the merciful, for they shall obtain mercy. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God. Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are you when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake. Rejoice and be exceeding glad, for great is your reward in heaven, for so persecuted they the prophets which were before you. O you who believe, be steadfast in the cause of Allah, bearing witness in equity, and let not a people's enmity incite you to act otherwise than with justice. Be always just, that is nearer to righteousness, and fear Allah. Surely Allah is aware of what you do. Whosoever killed a person, unless it be for killing a person or for creating disorder in the land, it shall be as if he had killed all mankind, And whoso gave life to one, it shall be as if had given life to all mankind. And good and evil are not alike. Repel evil with that which is best. And lo, he between whom and thyself was enmity will become as though he were a warm friend.
Unfortunately, I think just like love, peace is a word that we use and abuse. And it is unfortunate, because I believe that peace is really, or rather should be, the root of all the good that can and should happen in the world. Mother Teresa used to say that a smile is the beginning of peace. Unfortunately, we do not tend to smile these days. That both the Bible and the Quran, whether you're Catholic, whether you're a Muslim, you're a human being first of all. Peace comes from within. And what lies within the human being is, in my opinion, always good. It's what the human being then does with that good inside him that matters. And very often it becomes bad. It takes the shapes of wars, it takes the shape of terrorism, it takes the shape of corruption, it takes the shape of abuse of power.
I believe peace is necessary for a healthy society. There can be no peace without social justice, in my opinion. What is social justice? Social justice means that everyone is treated fairly. Social justice means that nobody is excluded, no minority is excluded, no person who is poor is excluded. Social justice means that we should combat poverty. I think social justice is necessary for peace. So is ecological justice. How can you have peace when you have people who are living in countries which are literally flooding because of climate change? How can you have peace when you have climate refugees? When we have wars for oil? When in the future we shall probably have wars for water? And in Malta we know that water is such a scarce resource. Above all, I believe that peace is necessary, and to have peace you must have diversity, you must have pluralism, you must have tolerance. Fundamentalism is the biggest enemy of peace. So I believe that to have peace we must have what Giddens calls an everyday democracy, where people of different denominations, people of different faiths, people of different identities live together with mutual respect and diversity. Certain things are not tolerated in an everyday democracy, and one of these things is fundamentalism. So to conclude, and my message is, if we want peace, we should combat fundamentalism of all sorts.
I believe peace is becoming ever so rare in our communities, in our societies, and I believe even globally. I believe that peace is the cornerstone of having healthy societies. It is the cornerstone of having healthy families. It's the cornerstone of having healthy communities. However, it doesn't just happen. I think peace is a commitment that every individual needs to make. What I am worried about and what I'm particularly concerned is that a very important institution, which is religion in our communities, has this responsibility, has a crucial responsibility to ensure that we have peace within our communities. It is, as probably most of us believe, religion is a moral institution that has even the responsibility of ensuring that we have peace in our communities. But what I'm really worried and concerned about is that, unfortunately, religion is turning out to be the reason why there isn't peace. The differences between religions is, for some reason or other, becoming so pronounced, and people are feeling so threatened by other religions that this is leading us away from the concept of peace and tranquility and serenity. So my invitation is that people realize that this concept needs to be taken seriously, and it depends on every individual that we make sure that this happens.
Peace is a very nice word. We hear a lot of talking about peace, about the need of peace, about how good this planet can be if we can achieve peace. But how hard it is to achieve peace. And this is the question that we are trying to answer today. It's not an easy question to answer. There are various factors that tend to create obstacles to worldwide peace. One can mention greed, one can mention financial interests, one can mention fundamentalism, one can mention even political principles. Dialogue. Dialogue is a very important issue that must be giving more substance when we're talking about peace. Unfortunately, war breaks out, clashes breaks out when there is lack of dialogue. We need to dialogue more. Between different religions, between different political views, we need more dialogue. If we dialogue more, then we can solve problems around the table, solve problems in a very democratic way. We have to see that different hotspots around the world where people are suffering from the situation just because there is no peace, we have to solve their problems, we have to achieve peace. We have to do this for the good of mankind.
Peace is a very important thing in the world. Without peace, people can't live human lives, and especially the poor and especially the people who are weak cannot live, and even rich people cannot live properly. Peace is very important for everybody, and peace is not only the absence of war. Peace is something much deeper. Human beings have 4 relationships: their relationship with God, their relationship with others, their relationship with themselves, and their relationship with the environment. If these 4 relationships are in their place, then human beings live in peace. If these are not in harmony, then we have wars, we have conflicts, and we have lack of peace. I would say the source of peace is God, and the true God, the God of love. Religions are very important to work for peace, and we must strive to remove all prejudices and try to understand each other and try to see in each other our brother and our sister.
Probably one of the most fundamental, important things that any person would strive and love to have as part of, I would say, fundamental right is peace. Maybe in Malta we're used to it and we speak about other rights and other duties, but you understand that you cannot have anything in life unless you have the most fundamental thing, which is peace. It is only in a country where there is peace that eventually prosperity comes up and people can live the life that they would like to lead in their own way. And so there's no doubt that the fundamental part that even we as politicians, although maybe in our country we don't really take much notice of it, but you see around the world that there are big problems with peace in different countries. It is the responsibility of every politician to ensure that there is the most basic human need, which is a country that is peaceful and where its people can prosper. Probably, I would say, one of the main things that hinders peace, and probably the reason why we see conflicts in different countries around the world, is the fact that, unfortunately, the human beings are people, or certain human beings could be people who want too much and are not ready to give in. Probably one of the secrets to peace is respect. In any situation, we all find ourselves in situations where we don't agree with other people. It's normal, I would say it's healthy, and a healthy argument, a healthy debate, a healthy discussion where we don't agree.
The Ahmadiyya Muslim community believes that without God, there cannot be peace in the world. Thus, we should strengthen our ties with our God. It is also important to develop an atmosphere of mutual love and affection, and by doing so we are able to uphold the human values of mankind. For the sake of the progress of the country, mutual love, affection and brotherhood are extremely important. Without this, peace cannot be established, and without peace, progress cannot be achieved. The founder of the Ahmadiyya Muslim community, Hadrat Mirza Ghulam Ahmad, says, "The mission for which I have been appointed is to remove that growing gap in the relationship between God and His creation and replace it once again with the relationship of love and sincerity, and by allowing the truth to manifest itself. Islam focuses on securing peace in every sphere of human activity. It encourages all to promote education, respect and tolerance, improve social and interfaith harmony, support charitable causes, and serve humanity regardless of race, creed or color. The Ahmadiyya Muslim community is dedicated to establish peace at all levels and to protect the basic human rights of all. In light of this, it is keen to recognize efforts made by anyone to advance the cause of peace. The Ahmadiyya Muslim Peace Prize is therefore awarded in recognition of an individual's or an organization's contribution for the advancement of the cause of peace.
Love for all, hatred for none. Those words from your third Khalifa are more important, more crucial, more essential today than they have ever been.
Love for all, hatred for none. I think that is the message that the world really needs.
Because the best way to break down the barriers of misunderstanding and prejudice is for that contact to happen, and I thank you.
I very much welcome this opportunity of paying tribute to the wonderful work which has been done by the Ahmadiyya community towards the objective which we're seeking to promote this evening of achieving peace through understanding and tolerance. The Ahmadiyya community are doing a tremendous job in building bridges between the different communities.